Welcome to the City of St. Albans official podcast from the desk of Mayor James, a podcast dedicated to adding context and commentary to all the important issues here in St. Albans, West Virginia. In each episode, we'll sit down with the St. Albans Mayor, Mayor Scott James, and discuss important topics related to the city and highlight upcoming events here in town. I'm your co-host, Anthony Romeo, and we do hope this inside look at our city government helps you feel more engaged with your community. And be sure to subscribe to our show on your favorite podcast platform or on Spotify, Apple, and Google. And, of course, each episode is now available on the city's website at stalbanswv.com/podcast. With that said, let's welcome our host, the Honorable Mayor Scott James. How are you, my friend?
I'm very good. Thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate that welcome.
Absolutely.
And just staying busy, brother.
I bet, man. It's been a busy summer so far. And sadly, we're in the middle of August, so that tells me it's almost ending. One of my favorite seasons of the year is almost over. But it's been a heck of a season. It
has been. And, early on it wasn't very hot. Now the heat's kicking up like crazy.
Oh, boy.
And pools are closed.
Yeah.
I've gone out Cold River and jumped in a couple times I did when I was a kid.
That's a
growing
blast.
up. Yeah, oh, gosh. Loved hanging out in the Cold River.
I bet. But it's a shame that the pool closed early because of the lifeguard shortage. But heck, that's valley-wide, statewide, everywhere.
It is everywhere. You got young people that had to go back to college.
Right.
You've got young people whose families maybe went on vacation during that week, and we lost 1 week. Okay, and we're looking at options to correct that for next year. Maybe talk to some seniors about getting their certification, and when this occurs again next year, we can maybe keep it open for a week longer.
That'd be great. That'd be super cool because it's a valuable asset of the community. Especially summertime.
It is.
It doesn't do much in the wintertime.
No.
But definitely in the summertime. But, speaking of the busy summer, you guys tore down, number 40 today?
38.
38. Okay, so the dilapidated structures.
39.
39.
Yes.
If you count the junior high.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so I think you guys were out on Curtis today.
Curtis Avenue, yeah.
Wow. Man, it's hard to believe. 39 structures down.
It really and truthfully is unbelievable. Since I took office July 1st, 2017, we have torn down, like I said, now 39 structures.
Yeah.
All right. And there's more to come.
Yeah.
Now, this is the last one till about October. We have to kind of regroup and approach some other people about possibly doing what we've been doing that has set the state upside down in the fact that we offer to tear down and abate the property if they pay us for the dump fees. And then we take that money back, put it into the account, and that allows us to tear down more structures. And we're also pretty excited about the potential of what we're going to receive on this year's grants from the DEP.
Nice.
In the state of West Virginia.
Okay.
But we don't know yet, so.
And that's to be determined later on.
Yes, TBD.
Probably Q4, right?
Yes.
Close to it. Well, that's great. That's great news. And, that's always good news when it's less of an impact on taxpayers.
Yes.
And getting all this stuff done with the minimal impact on taxpayers is great.
Right.
So, that's always a good thing. But another good thing that kind of, it was a pretty good discussion we had in council Monday night was the passage of Broadband.
Sure.
This whole Broadband project. Man, I tell you, it's going to be incredible.
It really is. It's going to make a difference to the clientele and the citizens of St. Albans. The biggest concern that is out there is we're going to take $1.6 million plus from ARPA funds to fund the phase one.
Sure.
But there's opportunity for grants and stuff from the state level and the federal level to possibly fund the phase 2 and 3. But it might be the fact that after phase 1, then Alpha Technologies takes over.
Sure.
And, on their dime, they do phase 2 and 3.
Oh, that'd be great.
And that's where it gets to the houses. And that would be a good thing.
Absolutely.
We don't have money in our budget, all right, to throw out $1 million, $1.5 million, or $2 million for any adventure, be it broadband, be it whatever.
Right.
So, but we're looking at grants, and we're also looking at the possibility of Alpha Technologies taking over and doing phase 2 and 3. And the good thing about it is, even with phase 1, we're going to bring income in.
Yeah, that's
because
important.
Anybody that uses that trunk line has to lease that fiber from us.
From the city of St. Albans.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. And think about, and Anthony, our producer here, he made a valid point before we came on. Just think of the clientele that it would bring into the city as far as businesses, residents, schools. I mean, think of what that broadband would mean for a young adult trying to figure out where he wants to live.
Yeah, it's huge
whatever.
for the city,
yeah.
Business-wise, and bringing people in to live here. But again, we've got to improve our housing in St. Albans.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the biggest weaknesses, in my opinion, as mayor. And I'm an old ball coach, so I'm going to attack those weaknesses and try to strengthen them up.
Absolutely.
Is newer housing that's going to attract younger folks.
Sure.
And they're not buying the $80,000 house.
No, and they're a lot more expensive.
Yeah, they really and truthfully are. So, we've got to do something. And every time we try to annex, I'm blocked at some level. And so we've got to continue to try to attempt to expand our city limits. We got to try to attempt to gain more land because we're landlocked in St. Albans.
We are.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, if there was a possible way to bring in this interstate, and maybe it's a gone thing or maybe it's a lost cause, but still, if even the broadband, once the broadband kicks in, it just improves the whole landscape of things and I feel like it would open up a whole slew of opportunity for this community.
Oh, it'd be great.
For residents,
it's going to bring
business,
businesses. It's going to bring younger folks in that work from home.
Right.
With some of these major companies, even though that's starting to reduce and people are going to get called back to the office. But, broadband's important.
It is.
And so we want to do it the right way. We don't want to do it to where it's going to bankrupt the city.
Correct, yeah.
All right. And so we continue to look, again, for grants and opportunities to fund this.
I think it's a wonderful idea, and it's one that I think a lot of people will be, keeping watch of and keeping updated on. So.
Tony, my son's on my tail end all the time. He's 35 now, I think, and he's like, when y'all gonna get fiber? When y'all gonna get fiber? And so, Becky and I have Suddenlink or Optimum,
whatever it's called,
and I don't have a problem with it.
I don't either.
It's pretty good up my place, but there's a lot more opportunity out there, so we got to bring that opportunity to St. Albans.
All exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot going on, and City Council is where it's at. I feel like you can attend City Council or even read the agendas and minutes and pick up on a lot of this stuff. One of the which, the police department. I mean, they're still hiring. They're looking for folk to patrol our streets.
Sure.
The fire department just hired 3 more firefighters out of their call to serve.
Right.
So that's ongoing. But again, if you like the mayor always says, if it's happening in St. Albans, it's happening in St. Albans.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and the thing of it is I don't know what it is. I know when Joey Crawford, my former chief, and even Mark Gilbert, who's chief now, when they took the test, it was 100, 150, 200 people, all right, that took the test. Now we're lucky to have 20. And I don't know if it's a changing times. I think younger people need to look at opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, and take advantage of it. We're looking for quality individuals, be it male, female, doesn't matter what race you are. All right, but those that have high character.
Yeah.
All right, and so guys, if you're interested out there in becoming a fireman or a policeman, you can go to the city website. You can fill out an application, or you can get one from City Hall. I will put our police department and our fire department up against any in the state of West Virginia.
Totally agree. I would too. They're a bunch of great bunch. They work their rear ends off every single day, night and day. And it seems like they're always forward thinking on training and staying up. On education, continuing that education, training, field training, all sorts of things. It seems like they're always active. So, it's a phenomenal opportunity. I just wish more people would take advantage of it.
I remember when I first became mayor, I'd go down and watch fire department train in the middle of the summer with full gear.
That's hard.
Climbing ladders and doing this and doing that. But you know what? They're prepared.
Absolutely.
They're prepared. We don't baby. We don't enable in St. Albans. All right, with our police and fire, these guys are tough, and they do a great job.
It's something that Chief Carney pointed out in the meetings last night. Not last night. I've lost track of my days. Gosh darn it.
It was 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
Yeah.
As he said that he has witnessed a lot of the crew and his crew actually taking the initiative to study up to become higher ranks.
Yes, lieutenant. They're studying very hard, and that's good to hear.
Yeah, because that means they're invested in that.
Yes, they are.
Which is amazing, and, like you said, they're out there, and they're prepared. So that's a good feeling to know out in the community that, hey, we've got a great bunch of first responders ready to serve. So we talk a lot about the council meetings. Those are, again, at the first and third Mondays of the month. We just had our last one of August. The next one is coming up in September. Those are at 6:30 above the council chambers, above the fire station.
Yes.
So you might want to check that out. And, of course, you can always check the agendas and minutes online at stalbanswv.com.
And we stream it live.
Yeah, we do. We had a very good participation last stream, one of our biggest yet.
Yeah.
And we're also putting them out on YouTube. So if you miss it online, just check YouTube, the City of St. Albans page. Go ahead and subscribe and like and click the bell for the notification, and you'll be able to watch the city council meetings, as they happen. So
right.
But other than that, you want to take a break, and we'll come back and talk about some current events. How's that?
Sure, that's fine with me, man.
All right, we'll be right back.
It's back for a second year. Mountaineer Main Street, a block party to kick off the WVU football season. Brought to you by Todd Judy Mitsubishi and Revive Dental. Featuring the dance and cheer teams, the pep band, and the Mountaineer. Plus, autograph sessions with former players Owen Schmidt, Avon Coburn, Major Harris, and Mike Logan. Plenty of vendors, food and beverages, and live music from Hair Supply. Plus, a silent auction and raffles, with a portion of the proceeds going to the Alzheimer's Association. Join Classic Hits The Mix for Mountaineer Main Street.
Mayor Scott James here, inviting everyone to come visit St. Albans, West Virginia's best kept secret, but the secret's getting out.
St. Albans parks offer a wide range of activities, including miles of hiking and biking trails, playgrounds, sports fields, and a swimming pool. Plus, St. Albans is known for its water activities. Whether it's kayaking the Coal River or boating on the Kanawha, visit St. Albans, West Virginia's best-kept secret.
Mayor Scott James here, inviting everyone to come visit St. Albans, West Virginia's best-kept secret, but the secret's getting out.
St. Albans is filled with shopping and dining experiences, whether it's on McCorkle or downtown. From cafes to sports bars, bakeries, diners, five-star restaurants, and everything in between. St. Albans has a variety of meal options with indoor and outdoor dining. Visit St. Albans, West Virginia's best-kept secret.
All right, we're back on the St. Albans City podcast with the Mayor Scott James. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Let's recap some past events. We've had a busy summer thus far. One of those events that just kind of started snowballing really good again was the Heritage Day Festival we had on Main Street.
Yes, we Founders Day last year was replaced by Heritage Days, and this year was better than last year, and so we're excited about the future to continue to talk about the history and the heritage of St. Albans.
Absolutely. It's important. It helps us grow, and
Sure
it helps
does.
us connect to the past and why things are important back then. So, good day on that day. One of the, as far as the musical note, no pun intended, we had the live music on Main Street, and we had Joe Dobbs' family in attendance that night to kind of, celebrate with us in the naming of that plaza.
Yes, we did. We named it the previous month. His oldest son, Dale, and their daughter, and I can't remember her name, came down this past Saturday, and they were introduced, spoke to the crowd, and I remember, or was told, because I was in Huntington, my youngest daughter's graduating with her master's in dietetics at Marshall, and there was an event down there that we had to attend.
Sure.
But that the daughter, when she saw the sign up there, she just broke down in tears.
Beautiful moment.
Yeah. Joe Dobbs was important to not only the music scene in St. Albans, but bringing Appalachian music to the rest of the country and the world.
Absolutely. When I was growing up, I always wanted to play guitar. And I remember my first time meeting Joe Dobbs. Number one, it was always with a smile and always with a teaching moment. It just, that was part of his personality.
Right.
And when my father took me to Fret and Fiddle to test out different types of guitars, it was Joe Dobbs.
Yep.
He took the time out of his, busy schedule to work with me to find that perfect
Dale, his
guitar.
older son, looks just like him. That white beard and everything. Yeah.
Just an amazing man, and such a tribute, a beautiful tribute to an amazing man. Hot dog eating contest. We've got our own little champion here in town with this hot dog eating contest. I forget the guy's name, so forgive me for forgetting the name, but I heard it was a big bang over there.
There was a good turnout from what I understand. Again, I was out and about.
That's
I
all
was
right.
down in Huntington.
You got to do what you got to do.
I think 11 hot dogs won, and it just continues to get bigger and better, and more people are participating, but also more people are attending.
Absolutely.
They put it in conjunction with Party in the Park, and that adds to just the overall atmosphere of the evening.
Totally agree. I was asking Tweety about it the other day, and I said, just 11? He said, no, but you got to remember, it's not a long period of time that you had to eat like you do in New York.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes, 11 hot dogs. So.
Yeah. And I watched the St. Albans one a couple years ago, and I watched what's his name win again this year.
Oh, the guy up in New York?
Joey Chestnut.
Yeah.
And man, I would get sick if I kept dunking those buns in water and having to eat them. But more power to him, man.
Well, I know I couldn't do it. I mean, I can throw down some food sometimes, or some pizza or something like that, but I don't know about 11 hot dogs.
No.
Maybe 4 or 5 in, I'd start getting queasy and green and just fall over.
Isn't that the truth?
Boy, I tell you what. But another big odd time that we had, I guess I'm full of puns tonight, but a big splash we had at the city pool was the big doggy swim that we had recently, this past weekend.
Yes.
I mean, it was, from what I understood, an action-packed day with a lot of furs.
Yeah, Becky and I went up Saturday.
Yeah.
Was it Saturday?
I think it was Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, we went up Saturday and checked it out.
Mm-hmm.
There was a ton of dogs up there, a ton of people. It's very well attended, and it's a great way to close, the season out for the pool.
Perfect, yeah.
And, man, those dogs were having a blast.
They were. I mean, some of the pictures online were just comical. I mean, even Anthony's dog got into the mix, from what I understand. Saw that picture of your pooch there, huh?
Yeah, we took Callie up. And the funny thing about her is she is a natural swimmer. That's what she's bred to do, is actually swimming and rescue. But she won't swim unless I'm in the water with her.
Oh.
So she was only hanging out on the steps. She took a few little laps, but you would think that she would just go nuts in there. But she
Wait a minute, you didn't get in?
No, I did 2 years ago, but there was too much visible hair floating.
Yeah.
I had to pass.
I feel sorry for those skimmers and filters, man, after that.
Oh, gosh.
There's a lot of stuff. But, again, we've had a lot of great events. We have a tremendous amount of events coming up here shortly in this fall. One of the big events that I'm excited about, and I'm sure Anthony and the mayor are, and everybody else, is Mountaineer Main Street. Last year's event was incredible, and they're slated this one to be even more incredible this year. That's going on August 26th, which is this weekend.
Yes, it is. It's Saturday. They're predicting 4,000 to 6,000 people on Old Main.
Hello.
We're going to have vendors. There's going to be, food vendors, drink vendors. I'm sure art vendors, some different vendors like that. And behind LM Communications, which is WKLC, Rock 105 or 100.9, they are going to have a Duncan booth. And guess who's going to sit in the Duncan booth?
The Honorable Mr. Mayor.
The Honorable Mayor. And I was talking to Dan Fowler the other day from the station. He said, I got you a Pitt Panther T-shirt to wear when you're up. I said, you're going to get me killed, But for any of you candy arms out there that don't like Mayor James, here's an opportunity to come down and dunk them, man.
You heard that first.
Yes.
Candy Arm calling you out.
Yes.
How much is it?
Hey, you guys, some of you guys are real brave on social media. Let's see what you got live.
Dust off that pitching hand, that pitching arm, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's going to be a good gig. And I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of former and I think current Mountaineer stars. No, just former.
Former.
I'll get that straight. Former Mountaineer stars at hand for an autograph session and a silent auction. Anthony's got more details on the rundown and who's going to be in attendance, right?
Yeah, so obviously it's a big day, and I'm always happy to help LM Communications and Dan Fowler help put this on. So last year, Major Harris and Avon Coburn were here, and obviously you know those names. And this year we thought we would expand it a little bit. So Owen Schmidt, of course, affectionately known as the Runaway Beer Truck, will be visiting. And then, unfortunately, Mike Logan from the Super Bowl champion Steelers is having to he had something pop up on the schedule. So Gabe Osaboyan is going to come in, and he's a former defensive Big 12 Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Also, a really good dude. Obviously, that was great. I just saw where he was just in St. Albans giving away backpacks a few weeks ago, and I've worked with him on some other projects before. So great guy. The event, of course, opens at noon. Well, I'm sorry, the mayor's going to do the invocation and from the stage at 1 o'clock. The autograph session starts at 1:30, and the WVU pep band will be there, the dance and cheer teams, and then Hair Supply will hit the stage, I think, at 4 o'clock and close it out at 8 o'clock. So
we also got the mascot coming down.
Yeah, the mascot. I forgot about the mascot.
Great.
It's just a big day, and it's really cool to see. If you're a WVU football fan, which I am, it's great to see these guys in the city of St. Albans. There's so many events that go on in Morgantown and Charleston for the MAC, and that's always been a goal, is just to bring people like this into St. Albans for big events. We used to do something years ago at the high school. We actually had Sam Huff here. And Pat White when he had just graduated. But it's awesome to know that this type of event, for people from around probably an hour, will come to this event.
Absolutely.
And we're bringing...
at least an hour.
Yeah.
It could be further, but they're expecting 4,000 to 6,000 people. It's going to be a great time. And, Anthony, I remember when you had those events at the high school, you partnered up with a couple of the sports at the high school, and St. Albans High School girls basketball was one of them. And it helped us to raise a little bit of money, but also bring West Virginia legends into St. Albans and many, many people also.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. And it's going to be beautiful. I just checked the weather. It's
hot as
80
Hades.
degrees. Well, it's supposed to be about 80.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's manageable. That's manageable. And this is free.
Free
for
event.
the most part.
Yep, free event. If you have your own stuff, bring it in. The guys are happy to sign it. I think I've talked to them. They're going to be bringing
Pictures. $10, I think.
Yeah, they'll have pictures to sell, and Alumni Hall will be here. So if you need stuff, and if you have your listen, you can't go anywhere else. So none of these memorabilia shops or anything, and bring your own football, your pictures, and ever run into these dudes and get it for free.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, Major Harris is in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean,
he's
a
here
legend.
this weekend. Yeah.
Well, LM Communications, Dan Fowler, 100.9, do a fantastic job, and they want to continue to grow this. Possibly in the future, we might have a parade or something like that. So, there's always discussion to make things bigger and better.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know how much bigger you can make it. I mean, the fact that you got the marching band and the cheerleaders and a band on stage, and Hall of Famers. I mean, it's going to be a heck of a day.
It's like the B lot on Red Bull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm looking forward.
That's
to
going to be a heck of a time, and I'm looking forward too. So we'll see each other down there too. So
Oh yeah.
But a couple things coming up in September. After we all rest up from Mountaineer on Main Street, we've got the Labor Day fireworks again, the St. Albans Nitro Labor Day fireworks. Mayor James and Mayor Casebolt of our neighboring cities have actually teamed up again to provide one heck of a fireworks display and probably multiply the extravagance of last year.
Oh, yeah.
On a scale.
We're going to close the bridge down at 8:30. It should reopen about somewhere between 10 and 10:30. People can park and not on the bridge, but otherwise, and come up and walk up and watch the fireworks.
Super.
Fireworks are going to be let off at the lower lot where the boat dock is at Roadside Park. And guys, we're going to close that dock down at about 4 to 5 o'clock in the morning. So if you hear this, you can always utilize Nitro boat landing to get your boat in and out on that day. But we have to close it down because last year we waited till about 7 or 8, and there was a bunch of vehicles already on the lot, so we had to track people down and get them off there. I'm telling you, man. It's going to be an awesome job. I know we had a meeting today to go over the logistics with the police departments, the public works, the fire department from each city, and the fireworks companies bringing more 4-inch mortars, which are the big ones that go way high up. So again, I thought last year after watching that show, I thought it was, if not the best, one of the best in the state of West Virginia. But this shows you what can happen when communities work together. And Mayor Casebolt over at Nitro and Joe Stevens and Kim, they do a fantastic job. They're always open to work on things that's going to benefit citizens from Nitro, but also St. Albans. And it's going to be a great evening on September 3rd.
September 3rd. That's a Sunday.
Yeah, it's a Sunday night before Labor Day.
Labor Day, which is an observed holiday.
Yes, it is.
But before we get past a little bit on the fireworks, last year we streamed it on Facebook. We're going to be doing that again this year.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we'll have a live stream. Fireworks are ready, right at 9:30 when they start going off, and you'll be able to, if you can't make it, and if you're out of town, or if otherwise you're not able to view it in person,
right,
log on to our Facebook page and you'll see the fireworks display.
We estimated about 5,000 people last year. We're looking for a lot more than that this year.
I would think so.
It's been advertised a lot better.
Yeah, and I think, having that property repurposed and revamped has worked out pretty well, especially for an upcoming event. Kenny Sutton's Fishing Festival.
Oh, my goodness.
From the fireworks, utilizing that area, to all the other events that are going on down at Roadside. But this one right here is a special one because, Kenny Sutton's, legacy was around community service and his love for fishing. So every year the parks put on a fishing tournament in his honor. And this year is pretty big from what I understand.
Oh, it's going to be big. Continues to get bigger and better each year. Kenny Sutton he loved St. Albans. He loved Parks and Rec. He loved fishing. And unfortunately, Kenny was taken by cancer way too young. But, we have named the landing over there, Kenny Sutton Landing. And we've got this fishing tournament, so it's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be a bunch of boats.
From what I understand, they're pairing the tournament with a party in the park the same night.
Yes.
For the same evening. So as they come off the river, they weigh in and stuff. There'll be food vendors, food trucks, live music, all kinds of fun family stuff as well on top of the fishing tournament.
Right.
So it kind of expanded into a nice little event there. So
yeah, I think we're going to have Kona Ice September 3rd.
Oh, nice.
At least Kona Ice over to upper parking lot at Roadside.
That'd be cool.
And maybe a couple other food trucks.
Awesome. I mean, that just grows it even bigger.
Yes.
Even bigger draw. But something that happens in the springtime and in the fall, and it's a good chance to clean out your garage and attic and rooms and everything else, is that citywide yard sale. I know I got stuff. Everybody's got stuff. Why not sell it at the citywide yard sale?
My wife and daughters and daughter-in-law, they do it every time, and I'm like, okay, I'll get up and help you set everything up. Then I go back in and watch TV, and then I help them tear it down and everything. But it's always a big day in St. Albans.
Absolutely.
If the weather is good, it brings a lot of people to our community. There's been some folks, again, you can't please everybody, that have complained about traffic. Well, stay off Canal Terrace.
Right.
All right, go down Washington and 6th Avenue or McCorkle Avenue, but it brings people to our community, and those people stop at our stores and they stop at our restaurants, and they spend money and they boost the economy.
Absolutely. It's a good way to shop local.
Yes.
And that's on September 16th.
Yes.
From what I understand, you do or do not need a permit if you're going to participate.
You do not, but you need to call if you want your name on the list. Either the Chamber of Commerce or St. Albans City Hall, and they'll put your name on the list.
Okay, perfect. Good deal. Glad we got that clarified because that's been a big debating factor out on the web.
On citywide yard sale. Yeah. Normally a yard sale's $2 permit. I mean, and but for citywide yard sale, we do not charge a permit fee.
Yeah. I mean, heck, you'd make that selling Matchbox cars in your yard.
Oh, yeah, yes.
I mean, come on. But, that's always a good thing. And like you said, it's always a big draw and a good time to shop local and support our local businesses as well. This happened, I think, 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I was in the beach when this happened. I think it was in the first part of August. They had their very first free community movie night down at Roadside. And they showed Spider-Man movie. Huge turnout from what Tweety said.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to have another one. The free movie night at Roadside is on September 22nd. They're showing the first Super Mario's movie.
Okay, cool.
So that should be a good one. I think they're going to have, food vendors and everything else.
They'll have children's activities beforehand and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. But Anthony, do you remember playing Super Mario Brothers games?
I remember, on the Nintendo, the NES
system. Yeah. So
it's way past my time, guys.
Probably
I was
80s.
One heck of a pinball player.
I was going to say that was in the Pong days,
video,
right?
Yeah. First video game I remember playing was Pong.
Pong?
Yeah, Atari.
Yeah. But they're going to be showing that movie, so that obviously it'll be a nostalgic moment on September 22nd. But speaking and diving back into our heritage here, as far as our railroad history in town, this is always a date that's very special as far as a nod to our rail history. Is the Rails Train Day festival put on September 23rd on 4th Avenue. It's like a very big celebration of, number one, our railroad history and what it all means to us, but it also occurs down in St. Albans Depot.
Yes.
Train Depot, the St. Albans Historical Society, and on a brick street in a district that's actually on the National Historic Register.
It is. 4th Avenue and 5th Avenue between 6th Street and 2nd Street has been put on the National Historical list. And so anybody that wants to invest in that area, and I'm gonna call anybody out right now. If you got money and you want a tax incentive, the Lance Lumber Building would be a great building for upscale lofts on third floor.
Yep.
Maybe something on second floor and something on first floor. It's a solid building.
If I had the money, I'd be right on it and doing exactly what you were talking about.
But Rails Train Days is awesome. I thank the Chamber for putting this on. And it does celebrate the history of the railroad history in St. Albans. We got the C&O Historical Society that will have the depot open that day. And it's just a great time. It's very family friendly. We'll be giving away hats and whistles to the kids. There's going to be food vendors, drink vendors, art vendors, craft vendors, and we've got music playing all day long. And it's going to, I think, the last band to play is the Esquires.
Yeah, our good friend Butch Evans.
Yeah, Butch Evans.
Oh, what a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, a great band, too. And something we want to mention, too, is the Hoppy Shores train.
Oh, it's going to be there.
Will be there, so people can ride on the Hoppy Shores train.
We'll have our train there, but we can't give rides on it because it's not certified.
Sure.
But the Hoppy Shores train will be there, and we will be giving rides.
What a fun time that'll be, I tell you. It's always something to look forward to in town, especially when the weather cools down a little bit.
Yep.
And you're out there near the railroad, station and everything else. But speaking of colder weather, you guys like chili?
Love chili.
I mean, are you
love chili?
Hot and spicy, sweet and mild?
I like mine a little spicy.
What about you, Anthony? Where are you at on that?
Yeah, listen, as long as it's not 80 degrees outside, I'm a big fan of chili, especially in the fall. I'm looking forward to some to the event I believe you're alluding to.
Yeah, the fall y'all.
Fall y'all.
Yeah, there we go. Fall y'all Festival Chili Cook-Off. It's going to happen October 7th. And this is a very special one because it actually benefits the St. Albans Police Department K-9 unit.
It does. They've done a tremendous job. They've allowed us to purchase 2 K-9s in the past. One of them's now up Charleston, but we still have Bonnie here. All right. They have bought equipment for them. They have outfitted vehicles for them. And they also do the bowling tournament, which brings in a lot of money. But it's a great day. Now, me personally, the chili I make's hard to beat, in my opinion. I like it spicy, but I throw a little sugar in there just to offset that a little bit.
Understood.
And but everybody has their favorites, and it's going to be a great day. That's for sure.
Absolutely. I think they've put together the live music. I think it's Quiet, the Company Stores, and the gentleman from The Creek Don't Rise.
Yes.
Which are all great musicians.
Oh, I love Creek Don't Rise.
Yeah.
That dude plays that harmonica.
Oh, my gosh. I tell you what. And from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, Anthony, that Touchdown City Podcast will have a presence there with Avon Coburn?
Yeah, we're going to come down and set up shop. I don't think we'll be making chili. You don't want anything that I make.
Man.
But we're going to set up a shop just to have a St. Albans presence. And, of course, Avon will be there. And I'm working on some other special guests to have another special.
We want the secret Lewis recipe for chili.
Well, you really have to talk to my mom about that.
Cut the mic.
But it does include some spicy stuff. So
it's good stuff.
Good stuff.
I like it hot.
There you go. So be sure to check out, the Fall Y'all Festival Chili Cook-Off, all kinds of fun. And it goes to a great cause with the St. Albans City Police Department K-9 unit. Anthony will be down there for Touchdown City Podcast. The mayor will be on hand. I'll be down there too. October 7th, Main Street, 12 to 5, I think, are the times on that.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, we've rattled off a lot of events, and if it's happening outside, the mayor always says it's happening in St. Albans. So, this fall, come out and enjoy a lot of our fall festivals in town. We update our events calendar on the city's website, and we always post online as far as social media. But if you want to know more about these events, check out our website at stalbanswv.com/events. A lot going on this fall again. Mr. Mayor, Anthony, thank you so much. Any last closing remarks you want to throw out there?
I just want to commend the city of St. Albans citizens, volunteers, all right, and employees that make this a great community. The city has to do what they do and do it as efficiently and well as possible. But for this community to be a community and make it a place that people want to be part of, all right, it takes everybody. And we've got people stepping up. So I want to thank each and every one of you all for what you do for the city of St. Albans.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Anthony, any closing remarks there?
Nope, just looking forward to seeing everybody Saturday on Main Street.
Absolutely.
It's going to be awesome.
Let's go Mountaineers. And we obviously thank you, Anthony, for being our producer, keeping things on track and making sure that we're sounding perfect, as perfect as we can. With that said, thank you for joining with us, the St. Albans City Podcast from the desk of Mayor James. And we hope this inside look at our city government and upcoming events helps you feel more engaged with your community. We appreciate your support for our efforts to make St. Albans a thriving community for all. And be sure to subscribe, like, and share our podcast on your favorite podcast platform and on social media. And remember, our podcast episodes are always available on our city's website at stalbanswv.com/podcast and our YouTube channel. Thank you again for listening, and we'll see you out and about in St. Albans.
God bless, guys.